Hey guys, welcome back. It's Brandon.
Hey, it's Carrie.
So a thought came across as we tune in to the collective. Well, Carrie, what does that word mean to you? Like, what's the first thing you come to when you hear collective?
Well, first thing I think is a group or a gathering to collect something. You keep it in a collection. That means you gather it and you have a special place for it.
Yeah.
Um, and then you are known as a collector. Uh, and we probably all who watch movies can see the implications there for the many characters known as collectors. And so,
It's like in the Marvel movies. They have that one gentleman
geez,
that's called the Collector, and he collects all the.
that's it.
Well, one collects all the gladiators. We'll call it like in the Marvel movie Thor. I want to say it's called Ragnarok with Hulk, and
Yep.
it's like the stadium. And then his brother is also a collector, but he collects artifacts
Right.
throughout the Marvel universe.
Right. Wow, this is really something else. So we've just been listening to different things and seeing a lot of posts on different things on the net about the collective this and raise the frequency of the collective. And, looking at the word, I see collect, I see caller, I see uh, the gathering together of something. And then I see the word COL, and then I see LECT, elect. So I looked that up, and uh, the etymology of lector means to read, for one, but the second thing it means is the chosen. And so when you have a collection of the chosen ones, then this is a very special and particular group, which is very typical of anything that's in a collection. You have a collection of quarters, you have a collection of Marvel characters, you have a collection of whatever it is, there generally is a theme or some trait that links all of these. So what if the word collection implies more, not just something other than what we're being led to believe, but what if there is as is common in duality, more than one meaning? I don't think we can get away from anything at all in this world that has less than one meaning.
Yep.
I just find that very difficult. So then the collectors collect for their collections of the chosen objects.
And when I hear the word collective, I immediately go to the collective unconscious or the collective subconscious, which speaks highly of hive mind, all one, raw material, things like that nature.
And the Borg.
And the Borg, a
Are
simulation.
We are not men. We are Borg.
We are Borg.
Mm-hmm.
And then it makes me think, okay, well then if there's a collective of people, then there's going to be multiple layers to it or multiple sects of it. And so you have the collective unconscious, the sleepwalkers, the zombies, NPCs, whatever. And then you have the collective conscious, or another subset of that, or an even greater set would be the collective awakened ones, or the collective, as I like to phrase it, the collective awakened, aware, and conscious sect.
You're right. I'll tell you what, this thing is much bigger than what I even thought when we first thought we'd talk about this. I hear the word, the collective, and then obviously to the singularity is another little buzzword. That I looked that one up one time, and it basically means the total annihilation and dissolution of everything. And so that does not appeal to me at all whatsoever. So I think with the collectors and the collective uh, consciousness or collective awareness, to me sounds like a great way to send specific programs to specific groups that would bring about the intended or desired effect. It's obtained through their reading of the chosen material, and hence the lector or lecturer. Of course, I guess preachers preach from a lector. And then we have Hannibal Lecter, I guess is his name, who devours things. So this is a big thing. I didn't think it was going to be this big.
I think it's the AI or the board or however you want to phrase it, collecting consciousness. We've all heard that this is just God dreaming, or this is God experiencing himself through us. Well, if God is omnipresent, omnipotent, you know, everything, why would it need to experience itself through us? Thus, taking our creativity, our imagination, our creator within, and using it as its conscious creator self, God of dominion, and so forth.
Absolutely. And I see that, I contend that that entity who says that and the doctrine that goes along with it, that is a fraction of something else. It's a piece, it's broken. There's no way it can be whole and complete in itself, number one. And number two, there is no way that if it has need to experience something it allegedly created, you got to have knowledge of something before you can create it, right? So if it has to experience it from the inside, to me that says that either A, he did not create it, or B, it was an accident, or C, he's incredibly inept and unable to experience anything, and therefore must consume the knowledge acquired by forcing other beings into the situation, and just exposing them to some of the most horrendous activities, and torments and tortures, and then trying to push it off that it's good for you to go through this, or you can't see the light until you see the dark, or you must accept the dark into your soul. I say to the dark, get the freak away from me.
And that makes me think this whole system, as we all do know, is based on division, separation. Think of the jab, 6 feet apart. Think of narcissistic egos and their, be it male or female, separating from the other one that is probably asking the right questions, and they're being gaslit to make them think they're crazy the whole time. It's all about dividing and conquering. And when I think of division, I think of their MO, which is to divide and conquer and collect those pieces that don't see or have the true awareness of themselves to stand in their power and push back against it.
Well, I think that, yeah, it goes to look at the word division, die meaning two or split, and then vision meaning sight or insight. And so what the goal is with division is to have taken something that maybe at one time, gazillions of years ago, whatever, and at a higher energy frequency, was may at one time have been more of a single unit. But because of attrition and the breaking down of things in death, everything breaks down. Our bodies break down, everything does. We have division, so that this thing is no longer able to multiply.
It's like the word divine, D-I-vine.
Yeah, I change it to divine.
Yeah, or D-A, like divine.
Right.
It's all about separation. And they want to keep us fragmented, separated, so that we don't become our whole selves again.
Right. And so they keep us with double vision. Foreigner had an album called Double Vision. Some of the songs are about what we perceive as the positive oriented thoughts or behaviors, and the other is more toward the negative, appetite driven. But both of them ultimately are appetite driven. There's nothing purely good in this world, and that includes anything and everything.
Absolutely agree. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. I'd like some feedback if you've made it this far in the video. Let us know if you have preferences on a short video of, maybe like 10 minutes like this one is, or if you like the longer 30 or an hour videos. We're trying to expand and give you guys more variety while also covering the topics we want to talk about and the topics you want to talk about, and help us connect more dots with you. So
yeah, just be sure we know that it's all just food for thought and up for discussion. We're kind of feeling our way out through here to see, get a better grasp on what things are, and see how well that jives with what is already within our own self.
All right, guys, see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.